No one likes taking the time to back up their data. However, making sure that you have a regular procedure for backing up your research might be the most important thing you do other than the research itself. Given the recent rash of natural disasters, all genealogists should address the topic of backups. This video will discuss the reasons for backing up data and some of the different ways to make sure that you never have that awful feeling of turning on your computer and watching nothing happen. You've worked so hard on researching every document possible, entering into your tree all the appropriate data, scanning all your irreplaceable photos, and documenting your sources. Wouldn't it be a shame to lose all that data due to events beyond your control? We recently saw hurricanes and extreme flooding in Texas, Florida, and the Caribbean, earthquakes in Mexico, and wildfires in California. In addition to natural disasters, your computer and its components are machines, and mechanical components break down and fail, and always at the worst times, as if there was a good time. So what can you do to safeguard your work? Back up your data files. You know you should. It's just a matter of doing it. So you won't feel alone, here are some startling statistics from a Seagate Technology survey taken within the last 5 years, and I'm sure things haven't changed all that much. The survey found that the percentage of U.S. adults that think that their data is valuable, 90%. However, the percentage of that 90% that back up their data daily, just 10%. And there's more. Of all users surveyed, 75% at least back up their data at some interval, while 25% never do. Of those who do backups, 10% back up continuously, 30% daily, 30% weekly, and 30% monthly. Here are 5 reasons it's important to back up your data. Damaged hard drives. They'll all give out at some time. Stolen or lost computers, tablets, or phones. With so much data on portable devices, what would you do if you lost the entire device? Viruses that destroy or make your data irretrievable. In addition to the threat of viruses infecting our devices, we now have the relatively new insidious threat of ransomware. Accidental deletion. It happens. Be prepared. And as mentioned above, natural disasters. All good companies have a disaster recovery plan, and you should too. The factors they consider are very similar to what you should consider. It all comes down to the question, how much risk or cost are you comfortable with? The answer to that question should take into account 3 factors: the size of all your files, the cost of the media used, and the location of your backups. As an example, I worked for a company where data was integral to the operations of the company. If they were to lose their data, they'd be unable to operate and could incur real money losses by the hour. Their disaster recovery plan was therefore very detailed. Let's focus on the location of backup factor and consider its importance. Suppose you have an external hard drive. That's a legitimate backup plan, but if you had a flood or fire, what good would it be to have your backup device next to your primary device? The company I worked for even analyzed the power grids in the city to make sure backups weren't on the same grid. Taken to the next level, they even looked at the national power grids to keep them separate. Keeping the distance between your source and the backup can go a little too far, but you get the point. So what can we use for backups? Here are 4 methods and the current state of art, which I'm sure you'll appreciate is always changing. CDs and DVDs. This was a popular media to use, but CDs and DVDs can get damaged, break, and become unreadable. Flash drives. A very simple backup device that adds easy mobility of files. However, space limitations make them unrealistic for all your data and large backups. External hard drives. A good backup which can allow large amounts of storage, but offers no help if something happens to the site of your computer and external drive. And that brings us to online cloud services. There are lots of online backup service companies out there, along with comparisons of costs and services. These services can provide continuous, painless backups, so you don't have to worry about taking extra steps during your day. Using an online service keeps your data off your premises, and another major advantage is that you can access your data from your cloud account wherever you are. So are online services the way to go? Well, keep in mind, though it sounds like magic, clouds are physical servers somewhere, and it would be important to know how they duplicate their customer server data. Therefore, you might want to consider a combination of an external hard drive and an online service to get that belt and suspenders safe feeling. Our purpose here is to alert you to the importance and considerations with respect to backing up your data files. Of course, these principles apply not only to your genealogy files, but all your data files. Ask anyone who's been an active computer user, and I'm sure they can tell you the first time their hard drive failed or when they lost access to their computer's data. Our goal is to make sure that you don't go through that awful experience yourself. This has been another helpful video from the Jewish Genealogy Society of Long Island. Please visit our website at www.jgsli.org for more information on our monthly speakers, beginners workshop, and other projects and resources. And visit our Facebook page where you can take part in conversations with experienced researchers. Whether you're on Long Island or an out-of-towner, we'd love to hear from you. Good luck with your research,